Mexico is a strange country whose name changes with the change of governments. So what is the origin of naming the state of Mexico by this name, and what is the official language of Mexico? In ancient times, Mexico was called Anahuac, a term used by the Aztecs, to denote the lands they controlled. After that, the name Nahuatl was given to the Aztec Empire, where it means Valley of Mexico, and they named their people as Mexica. The name of the country changed with the change of governments, as the country was called the Mexican Empire, 1821 to 1823 and 1863 to 1867. As for the Constitution, the name of the United Mexican States, or the United Mexican States Estados Unidos Mexicanos, was used. In November 2012, it was proposed to change the official name of the state from the United Mexican States to Mexico.
Mexico is an interesting and strange country characterized by a rather strange ancient culture. In this section, we will present to you some facts and information that you do not know about the state of Mexico.
One of the strange customs in Mexico is the addiction of local residents in Mexico to eating insects and reptiles as appetizers and sweets, such as beetles, and larvae and scorpions. One of the dining etiquette of the Mexican people is to go to a date about half an hour later than the previously scheduled date, and also leave some of the food on the plate. A misconception promotes the spread of violence and drugs in Mexico. The reason for this is due to what appears in Mexican soap operas. This is the opposite of the reality, where the state of Mexico is completely safe in most parts, while the violence shown by the drama is limited to the border areas with North America. Mexico is characterized by hosting a huge number of museums and art galleries, numbering 350 art galleries and museums that include many World Heritage and artworks. The means of passenger transportation in Mexico are very diverse, available and cheap, so that most tourists prefer to use them, as they are regular in their appointments and are characterized by spaciousness, cleanliness and good treatment of passengers. Mexico has the lion's share among the countries of the Americas in the number of heritage sites registered with UNESCO, where 32 heritage sites have been identified. Mexico is a mixture of many civilizations such as Spanish and American, so it is rich in heritage places, and also picturesque nature that attracts tourists from all corners of the earth. It is advised not to use tap water in Mexico. Mexico has the strangest museum that a human being could imagine. It is a museum of drug smuggling operations, and the largest smuggling operations that the state has succeeded in thwarting. What you don't know about the state of Mexico has continued to be called by this name, and the museum also houses many of the smugglers' collectibles, including weapons and precious collectibles of great luxury. In 2016, there were 5.6 million Mexican citizens living in the USA without any permit. Mexicans who work in the United States send $2 billion every month to their families in Mexico. This is a very huge amount, reaching almost 3% of the country's economy. There is only one gun store in Mexico where people can buy weapons legally, and more than 90% of firearms are smuggled into Mexico from the United States. Where Mexico gets weapons from the United States, and the United States gets drugs from Mexico, and all this, of course, illegally. Mexico fought a war with the United States between 1846 and 1848 and lost it in the end. Mexico lost half of its territory when it was annexed to the United States of America. This war is known as the Mexican-American War, and under the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, the United States got the territories of California, Nevada, Utah, most of Arizona, New Mexico and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. Many historians believe that the war was an unnecessary attack on a weak country like Mexico at that time. In the end, the United States gained more than 1,360,000 square kilometers of the earth as a result of war. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo is a treaty in which Mexico surrendered under pressure to give vast areas of land to the United States, and in return the United States pays $15 million to Mexico. Tequila is an alcoholic drink, made from the plants of Acap tequila, which is a distilled alcoholic beverage. Tequila first appeared in Mexico in the village of Tequila, after which the drink was named. In Mexico there are pyramids like the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, but the only difference is that the Mexican pyramids are used for gods or for military purposes. The elderly are highly respected in the family, and the needs of the family may give priority to the individual needs and individual needs of family members. Mexican culture is the result of mixing indigenous culture and Spanish culture during Spanish rule for more than 300 years. The clothes of Mexicans are predominantly cotton clothes, and this perfectly suits the hot and humid atmosphere that prevails in the country. especially in the summer, and one of the etiquette of eating in Mexico is to go to the appointment at least half an hour after the appointed time, and to leave some of the food on the plate. Mexican artists can pay their taxes using their artwork. Mexico was under Spanish rule for 3 centuries between the 16th and 18th centuries. As of 2015, indigenous people made up 21.5% of Mexico's population. Mexico has hosted the FIFA World Cup twice, in 1970 and 1986. Chocolate was first discovered in Mexico, and it was just a sweet-tasting drink. Mexicans speak more than 200 spoken languages that are not written besides Spanish, which is the official language of the country, due to the multiplicity of origins, ethnicities and languages native to them.